So y'all, I don't usually speak on the matter and goings on of men's basketball. There's so many different voices and options and angles. It's saturated with opinions. So I stick to if I'm going to talk basketball, I stick to women's basketball and what a game they played today. But I have seen a lot of comments concerning um, Pope post game interview with Goodman, and I think I know where he's coming from. So for some people, like as a coach, you learn from Lane Kiffin today and other situations, but recency bias that there is no right thing coaches can really do. If Pope came off smiling or the opposite of his body language, tone, demeanor, if it was opposite of that, it'll be it'll be his it'll be condoned as he's not taking it serious. Then when you get to where he's at now, it's like he doesn't have the locker room. Why is he so distraught, et cetera, et cetera. This is what this is my angle with this. I didn't hear the Leach interview. The disrespectful thing. Damn, Coach Ryan, that's harsh. I didn't listen to it, so I don't know where you're going with it, Coach Ryan. If you can summarize and give a Cliff Notes thing quickly, and I don't know how many words you can do it, that might help me out, but I didn't hear it. Here's the thing, y'all, in my opinion, and I'm not a head coach. I'm an assistant coach of my alma mater. And I'm not old school, but I'm older school than these players are now. And for certain types of players, just like I was there with Pope. So I think I understand Pope's angle. Is that when we wear that brand across our chest in the 90s, it truly meant something different. So now, as a leader of young men wearing that same branding across the chest, your expectations are they should hold the same value that we held when we played. So for us players, and it's not all players, but for us players who truly respected the name on front of the chest, when you have players that disrespect the name on front of the chest, you don't know how to react. And with modern day players, you can react like coaches who coached us. Like he can react to these kids like Patino react to them back in the day. He can't. And since you hold such reverence to that jersey, it's a moment of you're so taken back because the guys that you're coaching, that you are trying to instill in them the same thing that you feel about that jersey, and it doesn't quite, what's up, Ann? And it doesn't quite hit home. What you saw on that interview is a level of festivity that he didn't, I don't think he thought was capable in his soul and his body. So he wanted to freak out. I guarantee you, if he had a chance to not be in that locker room with the walls where the media could hear him going crazy, if he could have gone in some nearby day in New York, if he could have went to Central Park and just let his guys have it, I think he wouldn't have had that same type of interview. That's a level, in my opinion, of him bottling in his true sentiment. That is the greatest thing, and it can end up being the worst thing of being a former athlete coaching your alma mater. Because not everyone you coach is going to feel the same way you feel about wearing your prospective team jersey or respective team jersey. It's impossible. And when you're dealing with how many team players on the team? 15 or less? What's up, Jeff? When you're dealing with 15 or less players, now you can feel it from every player if they hold the same reverence. You can see the team last year. Same thing with football. You can see that team last year understand the importance. This team this year doesn't understand the importance. And exactly, he needs to move more than furniture. The only part about it, you can't do that anymore. I mean, if unless you have the type of players who buy into that. That's why I love Kevin Sampson. He is my favorite coach because he recruits guys only that he can coach up. So it's Crafts in the Drywall is about to have a day tomorrow. Look, this is my thing, Coach Ryan. What you're saying. If on this level you truly need a coach to rip you a new one, to prepare better, I don't know if you are qualified to play at Kentucky. If you need your head coach to jump down your throat and tell you and rip and tell you what you blah 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 blah, I don't think you cut out the player. especially not basketball. So the Leach interview was 3 minutes, 11 seconds. Damn. Okay. Got it, Jeff. So I know Caden. I just had to. And it's not basketball. Caden, it's not basketball. This is, I think I understand why Pope interview with Goodman was the way it was. That's all. This is not basketball. I'm not breaking down basketball. I'm not talking about the game. Not talking about the plays. Not talking about the sub patterns. Who should start? Who should get more playing time? The best lineup. I'm not. You can hear that on so many other places. I just know as a former player, and this is my this is me coaching my I'm on a high school team. It's difficult when you're worn that jersey. It's difficult when you respect the game a certain way. It's difficult when you you practice in high school Monday through Thursday a certain way to get ready for Friday. It's difficult to see how guys today handle the process as a whole. It's difficult. And with that difficult nature of it, when things are going south, it's hard on a coach. And like I'm saying, in basketball, it's 15. So at least in football, you have an offense, you have a defense, you have special teams, you have pods of people, of a group of 40 to 50 kids. You can gravitate to one kid who's doing it the right way, who respects the game in the jersey like you do, because the numbers are greater. But when it's basketball and the numbers are not great, and you are bringing in kids like last year, I remember some of those guys, Lamont and some of those other guys talking about, "Ooh, I've always wanted to play for Kentucky. Can't wait to wear the jersey." Blah blah blah. I didn't hear that much from players coming to this year's team. It doesn't mean something to put on that jersey. And what I mean by mean something, mean more than yourself. There's a legacy, and that's to me is what Hope is struggling with. We need to upgrade the lodge, make it a requirement to live there. That way you learn how to deal with the good and the bad together. Joby was onto something with that. I'm Coach Ryan, I wish it was just that simple. I wish it was just that simple. It's to me, it's the same thing. And here's the crazy part: it's the same thing last year on the football team. I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but on the locker, Wednesdays, which is tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I said there was something wrong with that locker room early in the season. If it takes one or two players on a football team to cause an issue, can you imagine what it can do with 15 players? One? Man, that cancer spread tomorrow. During break, I tell them, oh, man. Who has a better record, Jan first? Football, basketball? Jan first. I don't know what the basketball schedule is. So what? They have lost 2 games thus far. Are they 2-2 or 3-2? Let me see what their opponents are. So right now, lost one. So they won one. So they're 3-2. Wow. They play Tennessee Tech too? They're 3-2. Ooh. Oof. Ooh. Shit. All right. All right. Oh, peanut butter. I thought you were messing with me, but yeesh. You said Jan 1, right? So that's before conference. St. John's. I haven't seen Indiana play, but that's a rivalry. Gonzaga, UNC. Fuck. I don't know, peanut butter. I don't know. You might be on to something. Because they're 3-2. They're definitely gonna win. They're definitely gonna be 5-2, 6-2, 7-2. Shit. Wow, peanut butter, you are right. It could be 7. Shit. All right. So now that's peanut butter. That's the best question you have ever asked, ever. Hmm. Damn. You asking me today on Tuesday? Caden, he asked. So Caden asked, what do you ask? Caden, um, guy on YouTube asked Van, who has a better record, Jan 1, football or basketball? And if you look at the basketball schedule, they could be 7-6 by Jan 1. Peanut butter, you ask me today, I'm gonna say football because I think football is 8-5. Jan 1, I think football is 8-5. Caden, they don't have a bunch of freebies. Caden, let me tell you what what their schedule is. So so because I was thinking the same thing, Caden. When peanut butter asked me, I'm like, man, shut up. So Caden, here's the thing. November 21st, they play Loyola, Maryland. The 26th, they play Tennessee Tech. December 2nd, North Carolina. December 5th, Gonzaga. December 9th, North Carolina Central. December 13th, Indiana. December 20th, St. John's. December 23rd, Bellarmine. That's your schedule. Them are not a lot of freebies, brother. Them are not a lot of freebies. Them are not a lot of freebies. They 3-2. St. John, Indiana, Gonzaga, UNC. Them could be losses. So that takes you to 6th. And you only have 4 freebies. That takes you to 7. So okay, you said tie. I'm staying right now. And right now. And Kate, I don't know if you heard me last couple weeks. I said if they beat Florida, they're beating Vandy. So I think they beat Vandy. And if they beat Vandy, it's no way they're losing to Louisville. Too much good vibe going on. So I see them 75 at the end of the season. Then they got a bowl game. And I promise you, here's the thing. You got Arkansas, Kentucky. What you mean? If they played each other? If they played each other right now, I think it'd be a tie. Because Arkansas didn't play well today either. The basketball 7-6 with a $22 million. All right, Coach Ryan says If basketball is 7-6 with a $22 million roster, basically, those fired Stoops talks are going to look like child's play compared to what Pope will have coming this way. Probably not deserve a BBN don't play with men's basketball. That's a fact. Oh, January 31st. Who knows? Who knows? Ask me that question. I'm not saying who knows. I don't know. Let's get to January 1st. Who knows, and see how both teams are playing. But if you ask me that right now, today, Arkansas should have lost to Winthrop. So I would say at least Kentucky played a quality opponent. So I'm gonna say Anderson peanut butter. I'm gonna say football. I think football is better Jan 1st. If you're talking about today, now that can change if they play well against who they play first. I think they play Gonzaga first, right? I think they play Gonzaga first. No, they play UNC first. If they play UNC, if they find a way to get all of this, whatever they in, this funk, then I would change my opinion because I think they can beat Indiana. But right now, I just don't see it. But let's wrap a bow on this quick one. Is the toughest thing to do as a former coach, as a former player, is to coach the program that you played for, that if you truly, as a player, respected the jersey, it's going to be highly difficult. Highly difficult for you to be able to replicate that to your players. And when you're at a high stress job like Kentucky, it brings a whole nother level of anxiety to your coach into coaching these kids. So I came on here to explain why I believe Pope demeanor, body language was what it was after game. Now, come what's tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to find out very quickly the character of these players. Because when things are good, your character is great. When things are bad, is when your true character shines. And let's see if these guys truly understand what it means to wear that jersey. All right, guys.